Here, everybody want to win, but not everybody want to face the fire it takes to win. Doubt is heavy. It'll sit on your chest like 1,000 pounds. But the fire inside you, the passion, the grind, hear the wood arise, has to roar louder than every single doubt. Because if you let doubt speak louder than your fire, you'll never step up. But when your fire burns so hot, so strong, nothing can hold you back. Lightweight, right here. Baby, you know what doubt feels like, right? That weight on your chest before you even start. That whisper in your ear telling you that you're not strong enough, not ready enough, not built for this moment. Here, doubt shows up before you step foot in the gym, before you take a shot at your dream, before you even try to push through life's heaviest sets. It sits there like an invisible barbell, crushing your lungs, right here, making you feel like you don't even want to lift. That's doubt, and it is heavy. It is heavier than anything you'll ever load onto a rack because it lives in your mind, and the mind is where victories are won or lost. But here's the truth, the weight of doubt is nothing compared to the fire burning inside you. That fire, when you choose to let it burn, makes the weight of doubt feel light. That fire makes impossible reps possible. Here, that fire makes you rise up when your body screams, quit. That fire is the reason people with less talent, less opportunity, less support still end up on top. Right here, it's not about what the world gives you. It's about what's already inside of you, waiting to be unleashed. I remember walking to the gym, loading weight after weight. People looking at me like I was crazy. Like, Ronnie, that's too much. That's impossible. You're going to break yourself. That was doubt speaking not from me, but from them trying to hand me their limits. But see, the fire in me was already roaring. Right here, I wasn't listening to their doubt because I had my own fire screaming louder. And that's the difference. Doubt wants to weigh you down, but fire wants to lift you up. Fire doesn't ask permission. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't care about excuses. Fire just burns, and the louder burns, the lighter that doubt feels. When the fire inside you is turned all the way up. Here, it don't matter how heavy life gets. You'll lift it, you'll carry it, you'll push it out of the way. Most people let doubt sit on them until they suffocate. They think because doubt is heavy, they can't move it. Right here, they let that voice grow until it controls their choices. They quit before they start, they give up before they even attempt. That's why you see so many people walking around with dead eyes, empty hearts. Wasted potential. Right here, they've let the weight of doubt crush the flame inside them. But the ones who win, the ones who rise, they decide that their fire is going to burn brighter, hotter, louder than the doubt pressing down on them. Right here, they take that weight and use it as fuel. They say, you know what, doubt? You just gave me another reason to push harder. Every time doubt shows up, fire has to answer back. Every time doubt whispers, you can't, fire has to roar. Watch me. Every time doubt throws on another plate, fire says, that's lightweight, baby. That's how you beat it. You don't ignore doubt here. You out. Burn it. The strength of your inner fire comes from hunger. It comes from the decision that you're not here to settle. You're not here to coast. You're not here to be average. That hunger turns into obsession. That obsession turns into discipline. That discipline builds the kind of fire that never dies out. When you've got that fire, you stop negotiating with yourself. You don't wake up asking. Right here, do I feel like grinding today? You wake up saying, I've got work to do. I've got weight to move. I've got battles to win. Doubt doesn't stand a chance against someone who's on fire like that. Right here, doubt doesn't know what to do when you're relentless. Doubt is strong when you're passive, but weak when you're committed. Doubt can talk all day, but it gets drowned out by action, by consistency. Right here, by that fire in your chest screaming that you're not done yet. Think about that's every record that's ever been broken, every mountain that's ever been climbed, every barrier that's ever been shattered. There was doubt. Doubt said the body wasn't built for it. Doubt said the mind couldn't handle it. Doubt said it had never been done before, so why even try? But history belongs to the ones who chose fire over doubt. Right here, history belongs to the ones who didn't let the weight of doubt sit on them, but stood up under it, lifted it, and threw it aside. When people tell you it can't be done, right here, they're really just telling you about their own limits, their own doubt. They don't know your fire. They don't know what's burning inside you. They don't know the nights you've been up grinding. Right here, the sacrifices you've made, the pain you've walked through. They don't know, and they don't need to know because your fire will show them. Your results will silence them. Your consistency will prove them wrong. You can't wait for somebody to light that fire for you. You can't wait for perfect motivation, perfect timing, perfect opportunity. Fire comes from within here, and it's lit by your decision to stop letting doubt control you. You fan that fire every single day with action, with effort, with discipline. You fan it by showing up when nobody's watching. You fan it by pushing through pain, by embracing failure, by refusing to stop. And here's the secret, doubt will never go away. It will always try to sit on you. But that's not a bad thing, because every time doubt shows up, it gives you another chance to prove your fire is stronger. Every time you rise, your fire grows. Every time you lift that weight, your fire gets hotter. Every time you silence doubt with action, your fire becomes unstoppable. The weight of doubt may feel heavy, but fire changes the game. Fire makes you laugh at the weight. Fire makes you see doubt as nothing more than a test, a challenge, a chance to grow. That's why people who live with fire inside them don't get stuck. They don't stay down when life knocks them over. They don't give up when things get heavy. They rise, they fight. Right here, they burn hotter than ever. That's what separates the good from the great, the average from the legends. Doubt is ordinary, fire is extraordinary. Doubt is what the crowd feels, fire is what the champions feel. Doubt is heavy here, but the strength of your fire makes it look like nothing. Lightweight, baby. Everybody talks about passion like it's some soft feeling, like it's just excitement or inspiration. But passion ain't soft. Passion is fire. Hey, right here, passion is fuel. Passion is the voice inside you that refuses to stay quiet no matter how many times fear tries to shut it down, no matter how many excuses show up, no matter how loud hesitation screams. Here, passion has to roar louder. Passion has to drown it all out, because fear will come knocking every single time you step into new territory. Excuses will show up like clockwork every time it gets tough. Right here, hesitation will freeze you the moment the pressure rises, but passion is the lion. Passion is the roar. Passion is the reason you move forward anyway. Because when passion speaks louder than fear, right here, you stop letting fear decide your future. When passion speaks louder than excuses, you stop lying to yourself. When passion speaks louder than hesitation, you stop standing still and you start moving. Fear is natural. Right here, fear is heavy. Fear feels like it's protecting you, but it's really just keeping you locked in a cage. Fear whispers to you, telling you to play safe, to stay small, to not risk it, but passion isn't afraid of fear. Here, passion eats fear alive. Passion says, I don't care how dangerous it looks. I don't care how risky it feels. I'm going in anyway. Because the truth is, fear never leaves, it never disappears. Right here, but passion can roar louder than it. Passion can drown out the sound of fear until it becomes nothing but background noise. Like lifting with a crowd watching you. They might be loud, right here. But the moment you grip that bar and your fire takes over, the noise fades. You don't even hear them. You only hear your passion telling you one more rep, one more step, one more shot. Then there's excuses, man. Right here, excuses are the most dangerous voice you'll ever hear. Excuses are smooth. Excuses are reasonable. Excuses sound logical. They say, rest today. You worked hard yesterday. They say, you're too tired. It's too late. Right here, it's too early. It's too heavy. It's too much. Excuses make you believe you're doing the smart thing when really you're robbing yourself. Excuses are thieves. They steal dreams. They steal growth. Right here, they steal years of your life. But passion doesn't negotiate with excuses. Passion doesn't care if you're tired. Passion doesn't care if it's late. Passion doesn't care if nobody believes in you. Right here, passion says, I'll do it anyway. Passion roars and excuses get silenced. Passion says, don't tell me what's impossible. Don't tell me what's inconvenient. I don't care. I'm going. And that roar makes every excuse sound small, weak, pathetic compared to what's burning inside you. And hesitation is deadly because it doesn't stop you with a punch. It stops you with a pause. Here, it keeps you stuck in neutral while life passes by. Hesitation says, wait until you're ready. Hesitation says, think about it a little longer. Hesitation says, maybe tomorrow. And before you know it, right here, hesitation has stolen months, years, maybe even your whole dream. But passion doesn't hesitate. Passion doesn't pause. Passion moves. Passion leaps even when it ain't sure where it's going to land. Passion knows hesitation is just fear in disguise. Hesitation is just doubt pretending to be caution. Passion doesn't wait. Passion doesn't stall. Passion roars louder and says, move now, push now. Here, do it now, because passion understands one truth. If you hesitate, you lose momentum, and momentum is everything. Think about every champion, every record breaker, every legend in any field. They had fear, they had excuses. Right here, they had hesitation, but they didn't let those voices be the loudest. They let passion roll. They let passion take over. They let passion speak so loud that it drowned everything else out. Right here, when you watch somebody step on stage, lift a weight nobody thought possible, start a business, start from nothing, chase a dream, when the world laughed at them, what you're seeing isn't somebody without fear or doubt. You're seeing somebody whose passion was louder. You're seeing somebody who let the roar inside them guide the way instead of letting fear. Excuses right here or hesitation, write their story. You got to make passion louder than everything else. You got to feed it every single day. You feed it with discipline, with repetition, with belief, with sacrifice. Right here, you feed it by showing up when you don't feel like it, by grinding when it's uncomfortable, by refusing to let yourself off the hook. Every time you give in to excuse, you starve your passion. Every time you hesitate, Right here, you dim the fire. Every time you let fear decide for you, you weaken your roar. But every time you move anyway, every time you push through, every time you act in the face of fear, passion grows louder, passion grows stronger. Right here, passion starts to dominate your life until those other voices don't even stand a chance. Fear will tell you that you're not enough. Passion will roar back that you are. Excuses will tell you it's too late. Passion will roar back that now is the time. Hesitation will tell you to wait. Passion will roar back that waiting is death. Passion is the voice that keeps you alive, that keeps you moving. Right here, that keeps you fighting when everybody else quits. Passion is the roar in your chest that makes you unshakable, unstoppable, undeniable. Passion is the reason you break limits. Passion is the reason you stand out here. Passion is the reason you succeed where others fail, because a passion doesn't care about comfort. Passion doesn't care about fear. Passion doesn't care about the easy way out. Right here, passion only is one thing. Forward, the difference between a life of regret and a life of fulfillment is which voice you let be the loudest. Fear, excuses, and hesitation will always be there. They never leave here. But passion is yours to build, yours to feed, yours to unleash. And once you let it roar louder than all the noise around you, nothing can stop you, nothing can hold you back. Right here, nothing can keep you from breaking through. Everybody loves the word comeback. It sounds powerful, it sounds victorious, but nobody talks about what fuels it. Here, nobody talks about what actually drives someone to rise again after getting knocked flat on their back. It's not luck, it's not chance, it's not some miracle falling from the sky. It's the fire within, right here, the kind of fire that doesn't die when life hits you, the kind of fire that refuses to go out when the storm comes, the kind of fire that takes every setback, every failure, right here, every disappointment and says, this ain't the end, this is the beginning of the comeback. The setbacks are guaranteed, pain is guaranteed, losses are guaranteed. Right here, you can't go through life without getting knocked down, you can't chase greatness without stumbling, you can't reach the top without falling a few times on the way up, right here. But the difference between the ones who stay down and the ones who come back stronger is the fire that burns inside them. That fire is what makes you stand back up when your body screams stay down, right here. That fire is what makes you try again after you've been humiliated. That fire is what makes you fight harder after failure just slapped you in the face. See, setbacks are heavy, they crush people, they bury dreams. Right here, they end careers, but when you've got fire inside, you don't let a setback define you, you let it refine you. You let it shape you, you let it push you into a stronger, tougher, sharper version of yourself. Right here, because the fire within doesn't care about the scoreboard, it doesn't care how bad you lost, it doesn't care how many times you've been counted out. The fire only knows one thing: rise again, lift again, fight again, move again, keep going. Think about it like the gym. You don't build muscle by lifting what's easy. You build by tearing fibers, by breaking them down so they can come back stronger. Setbacks in life do the same thing. Right here, they tear you down, they test you, they strip away your comfort, but the fire inside uses that pain as fuel. It feeds off the struggle. It says, break me down all you want, only come back bigger, stronger. Right here, harder to stop. That's the essence of a comeback, not avoiding pain, not avoiding failure, but burning so hot on the inside that no amount of failure can keep you down. The fire within gives setbacks a whole new meaning. Right here, to the average person, a setback is an end. To the one burning with fire, a setback is just data. It's information, it's feedback. It's a lesson, it's a challenge, it's something to flip into fuel. Right here, that's why when you see the greats, the ones who achieve legendary status, they all got stories of setbacks. They all got moments where they were doubted, broken, dismissed, but they had something others didn't. Here, they had fire, the kind of fire that wouldn't let them quit, the kind of fire that turned every you can't into, watch me, every fall into fuel for a rise. Fire turns humiliation into hunger. Fire turns rejection into redirection. Fire turns losses into lessons. And fire turns the worst days into the foundation for the best. Comebacks, without fire, a setback is just an endpoint. But with fire, a setback is a spark. It lights you up. It wakes you up. It forces you to dig deeper, to push harder, to rise higher. And the more fire you've got inside, the stronger your comebacks will be here. Because the world doesn't remember the ones who never failed. The world remembers the ones who came back after failure. Looked final, the world remembers the warriors, the fighters. Right here, the relentless ones who kept showing up. The fire within makes you dangerous because it gives you resilience that can't be broken. People can doubt you, life can break you, circumstances can throw everything at you. Right here, but when you're burning inside, you don't just survive, you come back swinging. And when you come back, you're harder to stop than before because every setback taught you something. Right here, every setback built muscle in your mind. Every setback gave you scars that turn into armor. That's what fire does. It takes the ugly, the painful, the brutal here, and it transforms it into strength. Sometimes the fire is all you've got when you're broke, when you're tired, when you've failed so many times you can't even count, when nobody believes in you, when you've got nothing left on the outside, the fire inside is the only thing that keeps you alive, the only thing that tells you keep going, keep fighting, keep working. That's the raw truth. And right here, and the ones who keep the fire alive in those moments are the ones who write the biggest comeback stories, because when you've been at rock bottom and you kept that fire burning, there's nothing left to fear right here, nothing left to lose and everything to gain. Setbacks hurt. They cut deep. They make you question yourself. They make you doubt your worth. They make you feel like quitting right here. But the fire inside answers those doubts with one word: rise. Rise no matter how many times you've been pushed down. Rise no matter how many doors slammed in your face. Rise no matter how hopeless it feels. Right here, because every rise makes the fire burn hotter. Every rise builds your comeback story. Every rise proves that you're unbreakable. That's the difference between those who fade away and those who leave a legacy. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's fire. The fire within makes you see setbacks differently. You stop fearing them. You start using them. You start chasing the lesson inside them right here. You start welcoming the struggle because you know what it's going to create. You know it's going to feed your comeback. And that's when you become unstoppable, because nothing the world throws that you can extinguish you. Hey, every hit just adds the fuel. Every loss just makes you burn hotter. Every setback just makes the comeback louder, bigger, stronger. When you've got that fire, you start to trust the process. Even when it looks ugly, you start to understand that every delay is building something in you. Every obstacle is shaping you. Every failure is training you. The fire makes you patient but hungry, calm but relentless, beaten down but never broken. Right here, because the fire doesn't die. The fire doesn't quit. The fire doesn't surrender. Here, the fire keeps whispering, keep moving. The fire keeps reminding you that the story ain't over until you rise again. The fire within is what makes champions. It's what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Right here, it's what makes the impossible possible. It's what takes an ending and turns it into a beginning. Setback universal, but comebacks are optional. Right here, and the only ones who get to make that choice are the ones who let their fire guide them, because the fire within is the only fuel powerful enough to turn your deepest pain into your greatest strength. Right here, your hardest loss into your proudest victory, your darkest moment into your brightest rise.